Perhaps it is time we begin. Last time adventuring in the lost mine of Phandelver.
In Phandelver, huh?
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
We're all over the place. Are we? I was waiting for you to correct it.
Last time adventuring in the curse of Strahd.
Like how we
So
all just
much.
waited.
So much on my head is just like autopilot, I swear. I don't think, just reacting. Alright. Curse of Strahd, Curse of Strahd, Curse of Strahd.
Obviously the superior choice between
Yes. Rhythmic chanting could be heard drifting upon the still oppressive air, ever too faint to discern any specific words. So deeper, our heroes padded forward cautiously into the basement. The area which they had arrived was shown to be a number of short hallways housing crypts. At one end was a stone lid against a wall and an empty crypt displaying the name Walter Durst upon its face. Another closed crypt displaying Elizabeth Durst. Though the lack of any remains in Walter's crypt was unsettling, we pushed forward without disturbing any of the family crypts, scouted ahead slowly, quietly. To the east, rounding north, was found a mess chamber fit with old mildewed straw mattresses. Stairs led down, but the group decided to stay on the current floor before venturing downward. And so to the west of the crypts was a dining chamber of sorts. Many bones chewed and gnawed laid upon the floor. Sashani had bent to discover the gnaw marks looked awfully lot like humanoid marks. Just as a tentacle whipped out from an alcove. A serpentine creature with 4 tentacles sprouted from a beaked head surprised the group. It was a Grick. The Grick grasped at Sashani to pull her into its beak as she morphed into a great direwolf. The adventurers concentrated fire upon the creature and summarily slew it to leave them once again in the quiet darkness. Trying to get a little further away from the grisly chamber and its possible meaning, Dahlgrim forged ahead into a western hallway to see it splitting off in all 4 directions. But as he stopped at its center, 4 ghouls burst from the ground. Their pale, stretched skin pulled tightly over desiccated forms and long tongues, wailing frightfully screams of hunger as they rushed at the party. Through a concentrated effort, the ghouls were slain one by one as they had funneled through the hallway into the dining chamber. Our heroes needed rest after that exchange and so set out in search of a safe place to lie down. They kept moving west and into a more well-appointed dining chamber with a door on the southwestern side. A short hall leading into a bedchamber to the north. Dahlgrim once again forged forward to clear the way. But as his hand grasped the door's handle, it would not turn. He found he could not remove his hand from the door. It was stuck fast. He looked up to see 2 eyes opening up upon the door's face, and a gaping maw with rows of razor-sharp teeth opening into a grim smile of death. A mimic. The party lurched forward to his defense as the mimic attacked. The not a door bit at Dahlgrim and flung pseudopods at the others, dragging them into its maw with a strong adhesive covering the creature. Through a powerful counteroffensive surge by Dahlgrim, before being knocked unconscious and Sashani's thorn whip ripping it from the doorframe, the creature was finally defeated. It was then our heroes saw themselves heavily taxed. The denizens of this dungeon were mighty dangerous, and left us beaten and bloody with little more resources. So they crept into a side bedroom chamber where only one entrance led in as well as out. Safe for now. The group settled in after performing a few light activities and dragged one of the wardrobes before the hall entry. But their rest was broken. Rufus could not contain himself before a great footlocker sat before the bed. While the others sat ready to rest, the fairy opened the locker and found a number of coins within, as well as a neatly folded cloak, a small wooden coffer, a chain shirt, a flask of some orange liquid, and a yellow-bound spellbook, among other things. At once he reached to pull out one of the items. The walls to the north and east burst open as two grisly ghasts clawed their way out from the dirt. The Dursts had become ghasts, warped ghouls more powerful than their hungry cousins. The stench was unbearable for some, leaving Ernest and Sashani to retch upon the floor, queasy from the reeking odor. The others managed to steel their stomachs as the group hammered blows and flung fire. Walter perished first, but not before he paralyzed Ernest with his contaminated claws.
Jerk.
Or not Walter, Gustav. Elizabeth put up a worthy fight, but was also slain by a powerful radiant guiding bolt flung by Rubicon that burst into many parts. And thus brings us to the present moment, where our heroes have finished a fitful rest in the darkness of the dungeons. Orange light casts dancing shadows into the short hall beyond a wardrobe. Those who spent watch during the long hours have heard and seen things of their own during the rest, goading them on and playing at the edges of vision. Voices and harsh breathing, but none determined to follow the spirit, or whatever it was that disturbed their rest. So, at this time, you all gain the benefits of a long rest.
I'd like to use a hit die then.
Right?
Of a long rest?
Yes. Not a full rest, a long rest.
Yes, my brain forgot. I was looking at Jake like, I'm confused. Why hit die?
All right.
Oh, nice.
So-
Didn't need it, but I'll take it.
Right. So, Ernest, you did not use hit dice before, so that will be using one hit dice.
Yep.
Rubicon and Sashani, you regain all your hit dice. Dahlgrim, would you like to heal up a little bit, or are you good with 2 points of healing?
I'm
Or 2
good
points
up
of damage.
to 2 points
Okay.
of damage. That's fine.
All right.
Rupus is going to cast Druidcraft to try to see what the weather is going to be like today.
All right. Let's see. I actually have an interesting thing for that.
Ooh.
A previous player sent me a weather thing for Forgotten Realms. We're not in the Forgotten Realms anymore. See? The temperature is a low of 20 and a high of 50. Winds at 15 miles per hour. There is no precipitation. Will not rain. The humidity is low. There will be about 10.7 hours of daylight. If there were light in Barovia.
Is there a map up right now?
So if you double click on your token on your character sheet, which is the top right image, that'll open up whatever map that you're on.
Man, I think I have to ask that every single time. Sorry.
That's all right.
I'll get there eventually.
Takes a while before it clicks sometimes.
Especially with a week or two between each session.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Maybe.
You know, guys, in my dreams, I had the darnest... Well, sorry, sleep. I had my darnest dream. Words are hard.
the little girl was talking to me. She said that we should go back and check out that those rooms that were up to the northeast. You know, the ones with the stairs by them. We said we'd check them out later.
Listening to Dream Girl sounds good to me.
All right.
Sure. Not sarcastically.
That I just put 2 and 2 together in my head. About that dream girl. All right, so Rubicon, I got your radiant soul damage corrected now.
Oh, awesome! Thanks.
Also, so yeah, with the long rest, a note. So up until now, the entire party has used 10 rations total and 5 points of water for the rest, for a total of 3 rations and 2 pints used per character. I have that already accounted for. So this makes 15 rations and 10 pints of water combined. And just as a reminder, if there were not enough rations or water available, you would each gain a level of exhaustion as per the stated resting rules. So no exhaustion is such gained.
Well, remember that Soshani has been making good berries the last 2 days.
Yep.
Which, speaking of, upon waking up after her meditation, she would cast that right away again. Handing out a berry, 2 berries to each person, keeping 2 herself.
Okay, let me get that to the people.
Yep, so everyone each have 2 good berries. And
I'm going to put a bunch of good berries in the party sheet so everyone take as they wish. How many? Is that 5 per 10 total, right?
It makes 10 total.
Okay.
Yep, sorry.
Okay, so I have 10 good berries in the party sheet. The reason why I want to do that is because I have the good berries working as an item, so you get item effects and stuff.
No, I appreciate that too. It's easier to keep track.
Yep.
As she hands them out, 2 to each person, she says, "Just a reminder, these will only heal 1 HP each. Use them in dire situations. However, 1 will cure your stomach of all hunger for the day." She looks to Rufus. Unless perhaps you just enjoy eating more.
All right. And then, as well, when you rest, if you rest in medium or heavy armor, you cannot reduce exhaustion. So just keep that in mind. If you are suffering from exhaustion and you rest in armor, you cannot reduce it. So it is 4:30 in the afternoon at this time, and the chanting continues, but you do have a few ways forward. I'm hearing that we might want to go check out the other rooms.
Was she able to... Was her meditating successful upon waking up?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So Shani, you have 2 afflictions, so you can make a affliction removal attempt for each if you wish.
Only for the disadvantage one.
Okay, so the latest one that you got.
So the irrational.
Irrational. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what. I believe it is a basically a stress check using your highest ability score.
Crap, Ernest, I get a guidance.
You can still guidance all along.
Oh, sweet.
Or I'll just roll a d4 and then just add it to whatever that was.
Right.
Nice roll.
So Shiny seems a lot more rational after waking up. A little bit of like jitters that she had and not making a whole lot of sense goes away.
Kind of just stretches out of her, meditation, and sends up a silent thanks to the souls of the animals that allow her to take their form.
Man, I was freezing last night. Were you guys cold? I mean, I slept, but I was freezing. Yeah.
I'm concerned about Rubicon's size.
Yeah, I kind of got big, didn't I?
That's what he said.
Too many good berries.
There we go. Just bring it on down.
So
Rufus,
Shani
did,
looked
something,
at Rufus.
someone do anything with that cloak either? Can't remember someone decided to take that cloak.
I think I'm holding it, but if you want it.
Man, I'm just freezing. Could you, yeah, that looks nice and warm. I'm gonna try to don that cloak.
Perhaps next time you should sleep near to my brother. He's like a living furnace.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that, but,
Also,
It's fine.
Dahlgrim and Rufus, don't forget to drag 2 good berries into your inventory. There's still 4 in the party
Yeah, I'm
sheet.
trying to do that. I don't seem to be able to. I like drag it from there to my inventory. It doesn't do anything.
Click on the shield.
Shield. Yeah, it's the shield.
Oh, there we go.
And you get
Double click the shield. I drag the number.
Yep.
I
click
know.
it.
Close.
I know.
so if you just click and drag, it's 1 at a time. If you hold shift and drag, it takes the whole stack.
Okay. Well, and I
For-
put the cloak. Okay. I put the cloak in there.
wait. Okay.
I think that was the one. I have 2 cloaks, I think. No, just that one.
One of us should have spent some time identifying it, but it is what it is.
I also have a chain shirt, if somebody wants that.
So Shani was focusing on not being a crazy person anymore.
Chain shirt's medium, right?
Oh, this is better. I don't know. I like this cloak. It feels pretty nice.
Yeah, it's medium.
So Nomad, quick housekeeping question. I'm trying to remember exactly how it works without asking too much. Would that check have actually lowered her stress level as well?
Yes, so I didn't want to keep interrupting because I was interrupting you guys a lot. But yes, so after that rest, I would say everyone can roll a d6 and add their stress modifier to that.
And mine's wisdom, right?
Okay, yeah, so whatever your ability check is that you use for stress checks, you would add to that. Right.
Okay, so I get 5, so I'm down to 22.
So this is a direct subtraction from our current stress.
Correct. Ernest, go. Rufus goes to 0.
So Shani goes to 22.
Yeah, say she's seen some shit.
She's seen a lot of shit. God dang it.
I do like the one effect I have, though.
She's gonna try to have that last for the entire campaign if she.
Yup. Sorry, advantage on perception checks. Yup.
Well, and wisdom saves and
Yeah.
checks.
Okay, Dahlgrim goes to 7. Oh, no. Dahlgrim would go to.
I have +1 on the from intelligence.
Okay, he would go to 6.
Oh, did my D6 not roll? I thought it did. My bad. Okay. There you go. And then my
3.
modifier is 5. Or, no, I'm so sorry.
Your
my wisdom
modifier is
modifier is
5?
3. No,
I was like,
my wisdom
what?
modifier is 3.
So
I'm
in
so
total,
sorry.
5.
3 plus 3 is 6.
All right, 22.
Well,
It's
it's the
6.
dice plus my modifier, right? So it'd be 21.
Oh my god, can't do math.
Okay.
So when you do
You
these
haven't had your
rolls,
coffee drink today. It's okay.
hold on. When you guys do these rolls, right next to the dice, there's a little modifier square. If you wheel up over that, it'll like do +1, +2, +3, whatever, or down from negatives. When you roll your next die after that, it'll automatically apply that modifier to whatever you got going on.
I do always forget about that.
So it'll make this math a little easier.
But I like making Nomad's job harder. It's more fun for me.
Rude.
So Shani does ask you all to let her know when your water skins are running low too.
I have, looks like 1.25. I don't know if that's a lot or a little.
That should just be the weight. The number is on the left. Yep.
I have
So,
2.
yep. So, those would be pints. You have 2 pints left.
And how much do we consume in a day?
You're definitely gonna need some. So after completing the long rest, you used a pint, and then when you're traveling, you basically use a pint during the traveling day. So right now, it's not an issue, but if you were to travel, you definitely want to keep an eye on your water skins, because they can only take, like, I think it's 4 pints to a gallon, if I remember.
Yeah, and I can create up to 10 gallons with my create destroy water, so that's why she's saying let her know, because there's no reason we should run out of water.
And she's just gonna finger pistol you in the mouth, squirt some water in there.
You're
Like
gonna
a
come
squirt
with
gun.
that
Are we
lens
not
and
doing
pop in
racing anymore?
here.
And Squeege gives me disadvantage.
Thank you, Squeege.
All right, don't let me forget. Very next roll, I have disadvantage. I'll actually click the disadvantage right there. All right, so you have freedom of movement to go wherever you want in this dungeon. What are we doing?
Ernest
Well,
is gonna check
First,
out
so
this room.
Shani, I would say, so Shani's going to eat one of the good berries that she has right away, because we can't start a day without sustenance, and the point of good berry is for a whole day of sustenance. So she's just going to pop one. And keep one in her
Okay,
pack.
so before you do that, if everyone could go to their actions tab and scroll down to the very, very bottom. You see underneath generic actions, there should be another little tab. You can open that up and it'll show different things, basically on use items.
Don't have anything under generic actions.
Nope.
Yeah.
You don't.
I have
I
no
tried switching
standard
between,
display actions.
Really?
I haven't tried
Add
switching
weapon,
between modes.
Power, edit list.
Display actions, display group.
Never mind, I guess. I guess I can only see that. That's frustrating. Oh well. So you can let me know, I guess, and then I'll click the thing.
Okay,
So-
so she ate one. I took it out of my inventory. I can add it back in if you want.
Got it.
Yeah, I'll eat my good berry too. Or one of them.
Well, shit, if everyone's doing it.
I mean,
I'm
Nervously
wounded
looking
like
around.
2, so it makes
it's
sense.
me.
She kind of rolls her eyes. The point is for us to not be hungry. I don't know about you, but breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Brother, eat your berry.
I have 4.
Just pops it.
Did somebody not get 2? Because I have 4 for some reason.
We had some from previous days, so you had to get rid of
Yeah.
them.
So that's why he counted rations, is because people were forgetting to eat their berries.
Got it.
Also, Rufus, I believe those 2 good berries left in the party sheet are yours.
I took some already, and I just ate one.
Alright. So Shani will just hang on to him. When you need a berry, just let her know. I'll just play it that way. That way they're just not sitting in there. I like that popping sound for good berries, Nomad. That's great. I enjoy that very much.
Yeah,
It
it's pretty
keeps
good.
going off.
I know. 'Cause it's
We've
every
eaten them
time you
all.
drag it, and it's so great.
All right,
Just,
so
did you see my DM? Oh, is he gone?
Rufus?
Who?
Talking to Rufus,
Uh-oh.
right?
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh,
Wait, there he is. I hear something.
He's here.
I don't. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see it yet. No, I mean, I saw you're on the fantasy grounds. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right,
back.
so
Yeah, so they'll show up in the combat tracker when you whisper to each other. We'll
So-
make sure you saw it.
everybody
Yeah, gotcha.
eats good. Everybody eats a good berry, so you don't have to worry about rations all day.
Sweet.
Cool. I don't know that. How do you make it? Use one?
It's all nomad.
I got that. Yep.
Okay.
And he'll take it. You'll take it from our inventory, right?
Yeah, I have it where it automatically takes it. That's why I wanted you guys to see the items thing. So I don't know why that's not displaying.
We're not fancy enough.
It's all right.
Make me cry.
Sorry.
All right, we moving forward.
Yes.
do it.
And so Ernest is stealthed up, checking ahead, and is trying to tell his friends to stay back, but they don't seem to be listening.
No, I'm good with staying back, Ernest.
So Shawnee listens warily. She doesn't like you being out of her sight.
Yeah, man, I'm just gonna peer around the corner here. Fucking dark as shit. I mean, when are we gonna turn the lights on?
With that, so Shawnee will light a torch, and Nicole remembers how to do this. Hold on. Hold on. No, maybe I don't. Oh, wait, I do. Aha! So Shawnee lights a torch.
Oh man, that's better.
So nice. So Rufus, in front of you, you see a white spectral glove hand waving at you like this.
Oh, I will like what? Like, just towards me. I didn't see. I
you,
wasn't on
you can't
Discord.
see my camera. Like
Right.
this.
Okay, now I see your camera. Okay.
Like beckoning you.
What the fuck is that? Do you guys see the finger? It's beckoning me.
It's actually-
it does like this,
out?
and then it just appears.
It's actually kind of unsettling because it's like a disembodied hand that has like little rips and tears in the skin, like it's from
No.
a severed body. It's like a severed hand.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Like
doing
the
what
thing?
that hand says. No, sorry. That's guys, will you check out this hand? It's doing some weird shit.
So Shawnee recognized the hand being her brother's spell.
I don't know. Would she? Sauerkraut?
They're probably not. I just got it.
Yeah,
So
just got it.
Be impressive.
Can I see Rufus at this point, or just the hand?
So then you guys see the hand just reappear again. It like taps on the wall and then like motions like more urgently. Come on.
Some gray hair starts sprouting from Soshani's temples. What in the world is that?
All right.
If my
I'll
brother's in trouble, we should find it. And she surges past
Yeah,
you.
so then Ernest, not Ernest. Then the hand starts doing sign language. I don't know if anybody knows it, but it does sign language of Ernest.
No, I have no idea what sign language is.
So I'm trying to make Soshani
Wrong
run
character.
past
Well-
them because
This one doesn't know sign language. My bad.
Rufus.
my
I think Rufus and Ernest would both speak thieves' cant, so that's the whole kind of thing
You could do that.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
for
there we
the
go.
rogue. Suddenly,
So,
Rufus has like those geometric shapes around his head as this hand is doing these things, and he's like, "Oh my god, hidden knowledge!"
This is like Rain Man, right? When the dollars fly in the air or whatever. Right? It's like, all right, yeah, now I get it. Now I see the thieves can't, the magic hand.
So my fantasy grounds isn't letting me move, but so Shani would have just rushed past them thinking her brother was in danger. What is this spectral? Ernest, where are you? But for some reason it's not letting me move.
So then, right here, the hand will pop up and put like a figure to an imaginary mouth, and then wave like down the hallway.
When did
So it's
you
telling
learn
us to
that?
go up and then
this way.
over.
Nomad, I just noticed I don't think I got my hit point from my good berry for my one wound.
Oh,
As a quick aside.
got it.
Thank you, sir.
Ernest, when did you learn that?
Hey guys, I think Ernest has like this magic floating hand thing.
Nice.
He's telling us to like follow him, I think.
I think he might want us to be quiet, but I'm not sure.
Rufus will be quiet. Rufus will be all sneaky and quiet for sure.
I don't. When I do Fantasy Grounds and other campaigns, I never have this issue, but for some reason, it never lets me like move my character.
Struggle with that too.
Me too.
Okay, at least it's not me. Like I can't even select mine. I don't get that bubble around it.
Check the distance. Yep, okay. The spectral hand appears again, right in that square, and waves you guys on.
Which way? To the corner?
The only way you can go. Facing this way.
Door down there? Oh.
You have to go around. That's right.
There we go.
Oh man.
Basic map reading.
Map, yeah.
It's like, why can't I just go through this wall?
Smash.
All right. Everybody hold up for me quick.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know if it goes without saying, but Ernest is checking for like traps and everything along this whole way, being sneaky.
Gotta say it before you're moving around.
Fair enough.
So, as you're all watching this spectral hand kind of appear, disappear, reappear, beckoning you forward, moving your way around, suddenly you hear, "Ah!" Ernest has fallen into a spiked pit trap.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Rufus is gonna run
How
to the
deep is
sound.
it?
All right.
300 feet.
10 feet deep.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yep. Hidden under several rotted wooden planks, all hidden under a layer of dirt. So, Ernest, unfortunately, takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage, but then 11 points of piercing damage from the spikes on the bottom,
Jesus.
and is knocked prone.
So Shani would be closer, but Fantasy Grounds won't let me move.
No, we're frozen right now, I think, aren't we?
Frozen, yeah.
Yeah.
No, like it won't even let me select my token.
Try exiting out of the map and then opening it back up.
Like this happened last time too, and I don't know why.
Rufus is just gonna like bump his way as best as he can in the air. I mean, I don't know if he can see very well. He's just gonna try to. Can he still hear Ernest screaming, crying, yelling?
You'd
Ernest doesn't
probably
scream and cry.
you'd probably be able to pinpoint his location based on where you heard the scream.
So where I'm at right now, can I see the pit and Ernest
Yes.
in it?
Well, it's dark. Cannot.
This pit doesn't have a saving throw of any kind, though.
It does not.
If you can't
Alright.
see,
Can I
I
try
can
to
see.
fly down? Or can I see that there's a pit there and?
Yeah,
Hey,
you can.
Hey, Ernest, Ernie, are you down there? What happened, man?
Yeah, Ernest has got like a spike through part of his calf or something like that. Yeah, he sees you and he just waves.
I'm gonna try to fly down into the pit and pull him out, regardless of how painful that may be to Ernest.
All right. Go ahead and make a strength check, Rufus.
Yes.
while he's doing that, so Shani's going to see the wounds on her brother and immediately start casting a healing word, by the way.
Okay. All right, with a little bit of
Good roll.
delicate movement and situating and kind of helping him get out from these spikes on the bottom. After a couple more minutes, Rufus is taken out of the pit.
Ernest will stand up. There we go.
Rufus may fawn a little bit over Ernest. Oh man, what happened to you, man? What? You gotta watch where you go, man. What the hell is that?
Well, I was trying to watch where I was going, but I didn't watch close enough. Fell into that gosh darn pit.
Rufus is just gonna start like completely ignorantly attempting aid, spitting on his hand and trying to mash the blood that's bleeding from his calf a little bit. Yeah.
Sister's still whispering. Oh, hold on there, bud. I got it. It's okay. Thanks. Takes out a bit of cloth and just ties it around it.
So Shani is worried and fuming. Brother, how could you be so careless? After what we've seen in this house.
It's not that I was being careless. I just didn't see the pit. I'll have to look harder next time.
She's like, do you need a torch, brother?
Oh, no. You know I can see just fine in the dark. Well, at least for a little ways.
Do not do that again. I do not like feeling worried for your health.
Rufus
Well, I promise I'll be as safe as I can. But we also gotta have these enemies stop sneaking up on us. It's not doing us any good.
Can Rufus fly down the pit and see if there's anything in there?
Yeah. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Did that pop through to you? I don't know why that's weird. That didn't pop through.
I do not see it. Oh, there it is. All right. Rufus, you kind of fly down a little bit below the level of the floor. Not too far deep because there are spikes in there. You're kind of looking around, investigating. Besides the droplets of blood and maybe some torn clothing, you really don't see anything.
Crap, I don't see anything down there, just a bunch of shop shit.
All right, Ernest.
I'm sorry.
Stealth, and then make me an investigation check. Checking for traps.
I'm also gonna be a little stealthy.
Okay. Whenever you're doing stealth checks, please roll them in the tower.
Okay. Should I do that again, or?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good roll too. Punishment.
It's gonna be a 20 this time. Why won't that go? I can just drag and drop into the tower, right?
Yep, drag and drop right into that dice tower. Should be working. There might be some lag or something. We can use the 22.
Okay, I'll try. Yeah, I'll try to do that next time. I don't know why it's not letting me roll in the dice tower, but
It was a good time to fail at that.
I just can't do it.
oh no!
Oh no, it doesn't work. All right.
How far across is this pit? It's not
5
easily
feet.
jumpable, is it?
Yeah, you could easily jump over it. Unless you have a negative strength score or something.
Oh.
I leap to the other side.
I do. I do have a negative. Well, what about dexterity?
Okay, so basically, there are rules for long jump. Long jump, move 10 plus feet and jump a number of feet up to your strength score. When you make a standing long jump, you can leap only half that distance. So it's 5 feet, so you just need a, let's see. Yeah, Rubicon, you can make it. And then...
Can I pour out the water from my canteen momentarily, use my cantrip shape water, and create a tiny little bridge for myself?
Are you Jesus?
No, but I could freeze it.
Can you do that with shape water? Okay.
Shape water,
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
allow
freeze
it. That's pretty cool. I'll allow that.
All right, so you see Rubicon, since you're on the side still, you see Soshani look, and she looks nervous for a moment, and then, I'm not jumping this like an animal. I'm not an animal right now. So
she says as she morphs into animals.
She pours her water onto the ground, and she starts to just, mumble some words and this and that, and suddenly you see the water go across the space and freeze into ice. And she just daintily steps over and waits for you to take your turn.
All right. That's a nifty trick.
I like if someone asks if you're Jesus, you say yes.
Yes. No hesitant.
Yes.
Soshani says. All right, so it's not letting me move over the pit, but she's over the pit. Because Fantasy Grounds hates me again today. It's fine. And then once they are both over the pit, she is then going to unfreeze it and then funnel the water all back into her water skin.
I love shape water.
So Shani, you are given advantage from Twitch.
Is that Squeech?
Yep.
Thanks, Squeech.
What a nice guy.
He says, "Be Jesus next time."
Like how you go, "Are you Jesus?" Well, I mean, I can be. It's just a frozen water Jesus.
Yeah, what wild shape is that? I think I can get a wild shape into Jesus.
Just long hair.
Profit.
You get a lot of divine energy.
He banged me, Morty.
All right, Nomad, can you move Soshani on the other side? It's not letting me move her again.
Gotcha. Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. And she'll be in the rear now.
Okay. As you are all moving down into this other chamber, you see a 4-foot diameter well shaft with a 3-foot-high stone lip. It descends about 30 feet to a water-filled cistern, and a wooden bucket hangs from a rope and pulley mechanism bolted to the crossbeams above the well. There are about 5 side rooms spaced about the chamber, but what is most noticeable is as you cross the threshold, you see that figure like you had seen in the other chamber, the other like bedroom chamber from when you first came down, except it's a lot more visible, a lot realer. There is a tall, slender figure ripping through a number of other humanoid forms. It is quiet, there's no sound, but it is a grisly sight. There's just this man ripping through with elongated fingers and claws, tearing into the bodies. One by one, they are all cut down. Some of them on their knees pleading, some trying to run away, but none escape. After it is done, you see the Leith form grab a few of them, start dragging them away into the hallway that you are emerging from. Once the shadow form, that figure, reaches the threshold, it disperses.
Well, that was disturbing.
So it was like a vision like we had before.
Yep.
Okay.
I think we know which way we need to go after we're done with this room. If I look down the well, can I see anything interesting down there?
Make me a perception check.
Oh my god, I hate this map right now. There we go.
You just see 30 feet down, a little bit of water floating, kind of moving ever so slightly.
Okay.
Hey, Doc, should I fly down there? It looks scary as shit, but I don't know. There's something about that well that kind of freaks me out.
Well, I'm curious, but I'm not sure we could do much to help you if you run into anything down there.
Yeah,
Can you see in the dark, Rufus?
Not at all. It's really dark in there.
If you
Then maybe let's not do that.
She steps forward and holds out the torch. If you insist on going down there, at least fly down with this torch.
Yeah.
I don't know
Maybe,
that going down there is a great idea.
maybe I'm gonna hold off. But right now, let's see what Ennis is going first.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ernest. Moving into one of these little side rooms, you see it likely served as quarters for some of the senior cultists. Contains a wood-framed bed with a moldy straw mattress and a wooden chest, likely holding personal belongings. The chest appears to be secured with a rusty iron padlock.
Does it seem trapped?
No.
Then Ernest will attempt to open it.
Okay. Please make me a dexterity check using your thieves' tools. $25. Pretty quickly, with practiced hands, the padlock opens. And you see
Excellent.
within this chest 11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces in a pouch made of some type of skin. Probably don't want to think about the type of skin too much.
Ernest will take the coins, distribute them to the party, but leave the pouch behind.
Okay.
So Shani kind of smirks at Rufus. Hey, Rufus, I'll give you an extra gold piece if
Thank
you
you
go down
so
in that
much
well.
for the bits, Squeege. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
This is super hard.
Rufus will do it as pretty questionable. That he was thinking
She
about doing it
does. She
anyway.
does hold out the torch for you, though.
Rufus takes the torch and flies down into the well. I mean, all right.
This will be interesting.
Everybody's judging, so Shani, she just shrugs. What?
Yeah.
Just looking at her like, why?
What the fuck?
If you don't encourage him to do it now, he's not going to shut up about it the rest of the time we're here.
She has a really good point there, because I was just thinking I was getting bored, and I was gonna fly down there. So, yeah, all right, I'll take it. But it's freaking me out. I'm gonna take that torch and fly down the well.
She's like, you act like I don't know how the Fae work. Once their curiosity is piqued, it cannot be quenched without discovery.
Yeah, but if he dies,
Well, I have a thorn
No
whip. I
one
can
will
drag
care.
him back up 30 feet. and heal him afterwards. Of course.
All right. Rufus takes the torch, and while everybody else is distracted, quick looks around, and you see the light kind of go away. Dahlgrim, Ernest probably would look back to see the torchlight shining from up above the rim of the well.
So Shani is watching, by the way.
Yep.
She dared him to do this. She's keeping an eye out. She's prepared.
So Rufus goes down, kind of inspecting the sides of the wall and everything. Please make me an investigation check, Rufus.
In the tower.
You don't need to.
It's okay. You can know.
You're not finding anything really too concerning. Just seems like a normal well that would be supplying water. But you look down, and now it seems like there's something floating down deeper into the water at the bottom.
Mother, god damn it. Yeah, I'll investigate. I'll try to see what's in the water.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh boy.
Taking your torch, flying down, hovering just above the surface of the water. You see a skeleton. Grisly remains. Perhaps one of the cultists, they tried to escape, got stuck down in the well.
What an idiot. I'm gonna try to, can I reach and grab the skeleton? Is it like just completely bone?
Yeah, it's all kind of, what would word be, decayed.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grab some of the bone and start carrying it up and out of the well.
Okay. Rufus pauses for a moment, then reaches his hand down below the surface of the water. It's quite cool and chilling. Shocks your body like when you touch cold water. Grab onto some of the bone and pull. Comes with some pieces breaking off, but you do have a hold of the majority of this skeleton. You want to bring it all the way up.
Pull it all up. I'm gonna actually try to fling it up and out before I exit the well, sort of kind of I mean, not trying to be ceremonious or dramatic, but just it is a little tries to fling the bones and flop them over the edge of the well on the outside.
Okay.
Come out. Is this is what I was looking for, I think. Yeah, this skeleton here, I don't know. Wasn't so bad down there. I mean, I don't know this guy. He's dead.
So Shani kind of looks around at everyone and says, "See, now he won't be distracted the rest of the day. You're welcome."
Okay, I poke a little bit on the outside and look around it, just in a crude barbarian fashion.
One more thing you notice as you have taken the skeleton out and plopped it on the ground. You see a gold ring set with bloodstones upon the hand.
Mm. Now that's interesting.
I am not interested by that, but I bring attention to everyone else. Hey, I don't know. There's a shiny piece of metal here. I don't know. It's you guys like that sort of thing.
Would Dahlgrim know what a bloodstone is? What is that?
Bloodstone is a type of gem.
So just a generic gem. Okay.
Yeah.
So Shani will cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
With sound effects, though.
Oh, nice. Effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the bard was supposed to be doing this entire time, but I forgot that I had it on timeout. So after 15 minutes, the bard would just go away.
I'm glad we figured it out.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you cast Detect Magic, familiar sensation of kind of like getting accustomed to seeing the mist, the residue left behind by magical essences. You look around and you don't see any.
Alright, so Shani will leave it up, but she kind of... It's not a magical ring. It's not coming up with my detection. Someone just had a fancy ring, it seems.
Elgrim at that promptly takes it off the corpse and plunks it in his backpack.
Okay.
Could come in useful later.
And she kind of shrugs, and now that the adventure there is over, she goes to follow after her brother. Oh, come on, let me move, you jerk. She goes to follow after her brother.
Try using the keys.
I have, it just moves the map. Ah. Obeyment. Yes, I said obeyment.
All right. So, Ernest, are you opening this chest as well?
If there is one, yes.
Yep.
And I'll do it on mage hand from a distance, peeking around this corner.
Okay. Yeah, make a dexterity check with your thieves' tools. Getting used to using thieves' tools with your mage hand, those seems pretty good in principle. In theory, it's a bit more difficult when put into practice. You're having a difficulty kind of maneuvering the hand, seeing it from a distance. The lock does not go.
Gotcha.
When
Feeling,
if you fail on a thieves' tools, does it break one of the lockpicks?
I don't think so.
I don't think that's necessary. Okay. Pretty much you're just gonna have to keep trying.
I feel Rubicon just touched me from around the corner. I seem imbued with a little bit of extra focus. Let's try again.
Give it another shot.
All right. This time, you feel the familiar release of pressure as the lock opens. And you see 3 gemstones.
Take them. Show them to the rest of the party.
Which are like kind of like a mossy green speckled color.
So
And
Shani
then-
does...
And then you
Oh, I'm
also
so sorry.
find 10 crossbow bolts with odd silver tips.
Ooh.
Cool.
So Shani has left her detect magic up. Does anything show magic?
Nope.
Would Ernest make a roll to identify the crossbow bolts of some kind?
No need to identify. They are
Oh, never mind.
silvered.
Okay.
Yep.
Who's our
The
main
gemstones you would
crossbar?
the gemstones you would have to identify.
Is there a check I can make for it?
Make a history check.
All right.
Don't tell me.
She looks to the 3 out in the hall and says, I'm not a werewolf, So don't any of you get any ideas on shooting me with one of those, just to see what will happen.
Right.
All right.
Dalgrim looks confused.
Dalgrim, were you saying something?
I was, but nothing important.
All right, Ernest, you know these are moss agates. However you say that.
Sure.
I think it's just Mossagate.
Moss
You were very
agate?
close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or agate.
Agate, I think.
Okay.
Oh, I suppose.
Moss agate?
Mossagate.
Agate. They are about 10 gold pieces each.
Nice.
So who should we give the silver bolts to?
Who has crossbows?
I
think we
Maybe
split
you,
them up.
but it's not my primary.
I have a crossbow.
I would take one or two. I wouldn't take all of them.
I mean,
Actually, that is my primary weapon, is a crossbow.
so
I think you
everyone
should take
get
them
10.
A light crossbow.
Perfect.
Yeah, I use the swords, so you can have it.
Yeah, well, let's be real. Her primary weapon is becoming a gigantic ass wolf.
But just in case.
Yeah,
But if
other
you're
than
not
that.
When that's inconvenient.
All right, I will take that. Ooh, 10
All right.
of them. And let's put them in weapons, because we like to stay organized. She could care less about the gemstones. Oh, come on. You were just letting me move.
Rufus is still stealthy. Now.
Okay. You don't suspect this is trapped either, Ernest.
All right. Mage hand from afar.
Okay.
There we go.
Thieves' tools.
Yay, guidance.
What a great cantrip.
All right. The familiar click of the lock once again. And within this chest, there are a number of seemingly worthless personal effects. But there's a black leather eye patch with a gemstone sewn into it.
Interesting.
It does not glow with magic.
Thanks, Nomad.
Yep, I knew that was coming.
Dalgrim holds open his pack to have it chucked in if anybody's not interested in it.
Ernest is not a materialistic rogue.
Dalgrim grabs it.
Shani is still creeping up after her brother.
No traps.
Is there a chest in here as well?
Yep,
Is it also locked?
it is.
Round 2.
Ooh. You're getting good with the mage hand. This one is picked even quicker.
That's it. Ernest does with a little flurry, little style.
All right. More personal effects. Worn down with age, perhaps fraying, moth-eaten. But you see a silvered short sword.
Ernest gets a little excited.
He's got
And say this time he's gonna call dibs if y'all don't mind.
Works
By all
for me.
means.
I think you should definitely have.
Any magic to anything?
Nope.
Okay.
And then he'll call out, "Hey, Rufus, you got that one, bud?"
Yeah, is there a door right here? Is there something I can crack open?
I'll be right back.
There is no door. You just can't see because it's darkness.
I don't know what's going on, man. I just, just like basically feeling along the walls here.
So Shiny does still have a torch.
Yeah, but you're not at an angle where it goes into the room. Yep.
That makes sense. Well, so Shiny's trying to step up, but Fantasy Grounds hates her right now. There we go. There you go.
All right, Rufus.
Thanks, Ahmed.
You see a chest, just like all the other rooms. Do you want to open it?
Yeah. Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
gonna open it.
Do you have thieves' tools?
I do have these tools, but I'm not proficient in them.
Wouldn't you be? Because
I didn't choose it.
Or,
as one of my
yeah.
expertise, so,
Oh, that's right. You only get it as a first level rogue.
okay.
yeah.
So, just make a straight up dexterity check.
Yeah. Tower, no?
No.
Nice. When the guidance is higher than the roll.
You are not proficient in thieves' tools, and it shows.
And I use my anger and use strength. Fuck this thing as I'm fiddling with it. This fucking thing doesn't want to. And I starts just getting more and more aggro with this thing.
Start shouting at it.
Start shouting at it. It's like you can hear the rocking back and forth of the chest sort of violently in the other room.
You want to try to break the lock?
I want to try to break the lock.
Okay, make me a strength check.
So Shani watches with a cringe on her face.
It's a tough lock. It's rusty, and perhaps with the right leverage or pressure, you could break it, but it's giving you some trouble.
Can so
Ernest is
Shani
just-
walk up and put her hand on his shoulder and kind of encourage him away. Take out her water skin, and once again cast shape water. Ease a little bit of water into the lock at a time, and then freeze it inside the lock.
Okay, yeah. Lock seems a little bit more brittle.
She'll thaw it, put it back in, and now try your brute force.
All right, Rufus.
Nope. Water expands when it's frozen.
Does it?
Smart. Big brain.
Looking in
One
awe.
swift heel kick on the top of the lock breaks it. And within,
Holy
you find personal effects along with a hairbrush with silver bristles and 3 potions of red liquid. They look a lot like the potions of healing that you've been getting.
I will take the hair comb and immediately start kind of trying to see what it's for. Maybe I don't even know if Rufus has ever seen a comb before, honestly. So it may be a new thing, but he's definitely enamored with this brush silvery thing, and then seemingly ignoring the potions.
So Shani will kind of seeing his like, oh, she'll go, may I? And she'll kind of grab the brush and show you how to brush your hair and hand it back.
They start braiding
Yeah,
each
the
other's
look-
hair on the bed.
Yeah, the look on Rufus's face, both with the weird water and the lock thing, and now like this weird hairbrush, is just his eyes are just in the dark, like getting bigger and pretty. Yeah, He's excited about this whole situation.
This is a self-care item to get tangles from your hair.
Yes, self-care.
Dahlgrim blows air out of his nose and pushes past to grab one of the potions.
All right.
So
I
you,
say
you,
she
you come
would
out
gr-
and Ernest has got his finger and his thumb between his temple, rubbing it, hearing the locket smashed, just all the commotion that was caused.
But then, what do you think of my new hairdo, though, man? But look at my hair. It looks great now.
Oh, well, you almost look as fabulous as me.
So Shani shrugs to her brother. He really wanted to open the lock. I simply loosened it for him.
Ernest then sees the red vials. Well, you mind if I take a swig of one of them?
We don't know what they are, brother.
Does the detect magic do anything?
I mean, detect magic could tell me what class of magic they are.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can learn at School of Magic. But otherwise it just tells me it's magic and what school.
Well, as long as it's not necromancy, we should be okay, right?
Yeah, and these potions would be more alchemical, not magical in nature. So
There you go, yeah.
yeah, the detect magic wouldn't detect that.
That makes sense.
But
Could I
you've
do an investigation check on him just to see if there's anything?
do a straight up intelligence check. If you had alchemist's tools, you would be able to use alchemist tools to discover what they are. But I don't think anyone has alchemist tools or is proficient. Straight up intelligence. All right. You know these are potions of healing.
Boosh. I take a look at him and motion to everybody to grab one. Who wants one? There are 2 left.
Ernest will take a swig of one.
So Shani shrugs and walks away. She does not take one. So there is one left in the party sheet for whoever wants it.
Rufus, did you get one?
Oh, I got the roll for you.
Oh, you already
Using
did?
using the effects. Heal 5.
I don't know if I trust that red stuff, but maybe. I don't know.
You trust me?
Safe.
Ernest seems to like it.
All right. Well, if Ernest likes it, all right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, easy there, bud. Don't drink it right now, but if you're ever feeling under the weather, that might be a good one to turn to.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yes, good berries and my magic can only go so far. These are definitely handy to have in our back pockets.
All right. Is everybody ready to, continue on? I'll scout ahead just a little bit, be stealthy, try to check for any more traps or pitfalls. Hopefully we can stop people from sneaking up on us and we can get through this area a little more safely. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I promise I won't go too far. I'll just stay in the next room over, all right?
All right, man.
Lead
But
the
be
way.
careful.
With that, go here.
Oh my god, it's letting me move.
And then we're checking for traps.
A lot of dice just got thrown wrong.
Yeah.
He had like 3 guidances on him.
Oh, weird.
I don't-
Sorry. I thought it keeps saying it's expired, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it only lasts 1 round.
I will
So
be
if
right
we-
back. If people pass Soshani, that's fine. But she would at the very least stay behind the pack.
All right. Ernest, you come to the room quarters that you had
I'm
been
here
in
for-
previously. Yep.
No,
very
I'm trying
beginning.
to remember. See, I'm trying to remember what was down this corridor. Was this a dead end, or is there one of the crypts that was
Those are
here?
the crypt. Those are the crypts.
Yep.
That was a crypt. Yeah. All right.
I think it was back the hallway we came from was where we saw the apparition go.
Right.
Yeah. So then, Rufus, you would see the hand appear right in front of you, assuming Soshani's lights around that corner. You'd see the outline of it anyway, and it would motion you in.
God damn, that hand is freaking me out, but he will still follow.
And it doesn't like float away and then like float back or anything. It just it just appears in front of you and then just goes invisible or disappears again.
You see the crypts like before. Grisly dining room like before.
Yeah. And this was where their Grick was, right? There's
Correct.
Yeah. Oh. My fantasy ground just freaked out a little bit. There we go. Ernest will check this to see if there's any, like, hidden passages or some shit.
Right, make me an investigation check in the tower.
Right, I am back. Thank you for keeping me up with the group, Nomad.
All right,
Very
Ernest. You're checking along the walls, inspecting for any such sign that there might be a hidden passageway or doorway or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you know your stuff. You know what to look for. You know to look for cracks, drafts, even just the lack of presence of dust or anything like that. And you're not seeing anything.
So Ernest is starting to think with how many different, hideaways and cutouts and hidden tunnels and whatnot. He's basically going to start checking like all the walls in all these rooms. Because he doesn't want ghouls jumping out again.
All right, we'll use that same check, and you're really not seeing anything. A lot more time is passing.
Yeah, I know. It takes time to do all this stuff.
I'd say it probably takes like an hour of you really like inspecting stuff.
Gotcha.
It's about 6:30 in the afternoon.
Right. So Shani's detect magic would have worn off by then, FYI.
Okay.
So I'm going to drop that effect.
I do not seem to be able to move.
Stuck in a wall.
Thanks,
She
sir.
does still have the torch.
So still checking for traps, still checking for hidden doors, and still stealthing.
All right, Dahlgrim.
There we go. Oh,
Oh,
I
you're
did it
stuck in the
again.
wall now.
I don't know why. Okay. Ernest. You have found a newer area of these dungeons. You go to the hallway with the ghouls, stepping over the broken ground where they had burst out of.
Mm-hmm.
And you are now at the threshold before a new chamber. You see a skeleton in front of you, bound in manacles to the wall.
Kinky.
You guys would see the spectral hand right there in that square, like holding up a stop sign.
Yep.
I just didn't want to interrupt Nomad.
Yep.
Peek into the room.
Okay. More skeletons lining the edges of the chamber, with some pillars, wooden beams, similar to the rest, but there is an opening. And as you creep in a little bit closer, you see there is a statue at the center. This room is festooned with the moldy skeletons hanging from the rusty shackles against the wall. And a wide alcove in the south wall contains a painted wooden statue, carved in the likeness of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak. His pale left hand rests upon the head of a wolf that stands next to him. And in his right hand, he holds a smoky gray crystal orb. Along with that, Ernest, as you are checking specifically for hidden entry points, you sense a draft in this room.
Ooh. Or bad. Or where's it from?
Make another investigation check. Or a perception check, I should say.
Perception? Okay.
Ernest, though the statue and the skeletons along the wall have definitely caught your interest in your eye, this draft pulls at your senses, tugging at you. Wait a minute. You look around into the east. Along the wall, you follow the air current, and you find a hidden doorway.
Ernest draws his short sword, and where is this? Oh, right there. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna draw his silvered sword, and let's see if he can check for traps. See if this is rigged.
All right, make me an investigation check.
Boom. Wasn't quick enough.
Oh, you're fine. You're not next to me, so you can't do it.
You do not see any alarm for traps.
Okay. Then Ernest would attempt to open it.
All right.
Those lead up.
Yes.
Nice. Ernest would whisper, "Hey guys, hey guys, I found some stairs leading up."
Are we sure we're done with this floor?
Isn't there something else to see over north of me? North and...
I think we should at least see where they go first, you know? And then we can always come back down. Perhaps this leads out.
Fair enough. Take a look.
All right, so stealthing again, and just continue to check for traps. Ernest will move up the stairs real quick and take a peek to see where they go.
All right. Second.
Oh, I stepped on some stairs. Sorry.
Get the prompt?
I did.
Okay.
Want me to hit it?
Yep.
All right.
You open up within the house a little trap door that rises up creaking, cleverly disguised within the den of wolves on the first floor of the manor house.
This was This was the right-hand room when it was turned, right?
When
was
you
toward-
when you first entered the home, it was to the right. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
as you entered the house.
Excellent. Ernest will go back down. Well, I'll be, guys. I found some stairs that lead to the first floor.
Excellent. Will be good to know if we need to get back out of there quickly.
I think that's a lot better than walking all the way back to the attic and then going all the way back down. This whole place is full of secrets. Let's keep our eyes peeled.
Dahlgrim would like to investigate this statue some more.
All right. What are you investigating specifically?
The crystal orb in his hand, for starters, I guess.
I don't know if I touched that, bud.
I'm not touching it yet.
That was my question.
Just peering at it closely.
Yeah. All right. Make me an investigation check in the tower, please.
How do I do that?
Do
I know
you
where the
s-
tower thing is.
Okay, so you just drag the dice into the tower. Drop them onto
if
the
I-
tower.
Oh, okay.
Drag and drop. So many guidances.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Swear
It's
I
just so many.
That's all right. We got them. We're working it. Got it. Yeah, this crystal orb is definitely interesting. It's solid crystal, and you've seen like crystal orbs before. It's not terribly uncommon. This orb looks to be like it would be able to be used as a spellcasting focus, so it's kind of significant in those regards. But wait a minute, as you're looking at it, it looks like the interior is kind of moving and shifting, almost like fog inside, and that's something different.
I call out to the rest of the party and let them know that I'm noticing something unusual about this orb. What else was there to investigate on the statue?
There is the gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak. His pale left hand resting on the head of a wolf that stands next to him. In his right hand, he holds the smoky gray crystal orb. And now that he is basked in light, he looks an awful lot, almost exactly like the vision that you saw of the slender man up in the nursery. With
So
the
Shani
widow's
shrugged.
with the
Sorry,
widow's
go ahead.
peak.
So Shani shrugs at his statement, says, "Well, unfortunately, my ability to detect magic has run out, and I should really reserve my last energy for spells. However, if we think it might set something off, I can thorn whip it right out of his hands."
Let's take a closer look still before we begin interacting with it. I'd like to investigate the wolf.
All right, make me an investigation check.
She returns with an almost
Oops.
bored look.
All right. The wolf doesn't seem like it's too prominent. It's likely more secondary to the statue. Probably more symbolic of something as tied to the man, like he's connected with wolves somehow, possibly. But otherwise, nothing real special about the wolf.
What about you, Ernest? Do you detect any traps here?
You
Does
see
not.
Ernest like got his hands like going along the wall, feeling all the cold, clammy bricks and everything, and he like turns back to you. No, I have found nothing yet, but that doesn't mean there isn't more.
He's all giddy.
Unendingly upbeat.
All right, I'm just gonna reach out and touch the orb. Screw it.
All right.
Too late.
Be careful, Dalgrim.
Dalgrim, you're spending some time investigating this statue. Looking at the orb, looking at the wolf, looking at the man. Recognize him. Finally, you're just like, screw it. I want to see what this is. And you reach out, touch it. Squeege gives you advantage.
Thanks,
The
Squeege.
Dalgrim has a twitch advantage.
He touched the butt.
The moment your hand touches the orb, a chillness seeps into the room, permeating the air. And you all look around to see from the skeletons a lot of the shadows cast by Soshani as she holds her torch before her begin to move. The shadows join together, appearing to meld from the floor into 4 shadowy forms. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
I was gonna say, as that is happening, does Soshani have time to cast a spell on herself? Like as soon as she sees the shadows forming, I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. She is going to cast Bark Skin on herself.
Okay.
So let me make sure I do that.
Alright.
Perfect. Yeah, as soon as she sees stuff happening, she's like, oh, fuck.
All right. Level 2 spell slot.
Yep. And I marked it. Perfect.
All right. So, at the top of the round, we have unidentified shadow 1. My disadvantage thing didn't unclick, so I'm going to re-roll that one. All right. Never mind. We have unidentified shadow 3. Shadow 3 is going to form, and once it completes this shadowy form, it is going to move forward and reach out. A hand, a clawed shadow reaches to you, Dalgrim. And it is blocked. Your armor prevents whatever sinister being this is from harming you. Taking us to Dalgrim.
All right.
I get another
I would like to
disadvantage.
Attack with my moon-touched longsword.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
And let's see. So, if I click on it, is that targeted? How do I...
I got it targeted for you. Control click to target.
Control click. Okay. All right. So, gonna attack.
Your longsword goes sweeping out. You're a little bit more used to the weight of the warhammer. And so your first strike goes errant, missing. You do have a twitch advantage.
Oh, yeah, I would use that then.
Okay, go ahead and make another.
No, yeah, there we
That's
go.
a hit with a 25.
right.
Nice.
I get another disadvantage. 12 points of slashing magical damage pierces this shadow as it cries out in a spectral wail.
I guess I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay, so Shani, you're up.
All right, so Shani, having completed her spell just in the nick of time, seeing these, immediately you start to see fangs grow from her mouth.
Oops.
And her hair start to turn gray and sprout from other areas. And suddenly, so Shani, as you've all seen before, becomes a direwolf.
Right.
She knows it's gonna shove a couple of you. Sorry,
Oh,
not
yeah.
sorry.
Rubicon gets pushed. Rufus gets pushed out of the way. And one of the
Sorry,
beams
y'all.
breaks.
Of course.
Alright, what else you got?
So, that's bonus action. She is going to, she's going to start attacking the one that's by her brother. So she is going to do a melee attack. Let me make sure I have her selected. Alright. Melee attack on unidentified shadow 4. With a bite attack.
Alright. That
Oh my gosh,
attack.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, that attack hit.
Okay, I would say I'm sorry I didn't wait for you to say it first.
No, that's fine. You deal 6 points of piercing damage, which doesn't look like it is as substantial as you would think. And the shadow is able to resist the strength saving throw.
Alright, and that will be Soshani's turn. Wolf Girl's back.
Alright. The unidentified shadow before the doorway you had just entered is going to make an attack against the wolf Soshani. It scores a hit on a 17. Alright. Soshani, you take 7 points of strength damage, maintaining concentration on your bark skin,
Perfect.
and you must make a stress check for me as this spectral hand buries into your flesh.
Alright, wisdom save, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm gonna use my Twitch advantage for this.
Okay.
Because I like the level of stress I'm at, I don't want more.
You succeed. Your strength score is reduced by 1, however.
Like forever?
No. The reduction lasts until the target finishes a short or long rest.
Damn.
Yeah, shadows. Alright, Ernest, you're up.
Alright, Ernest is going to try to identify these bad boys.
Alright, please make me a religion check. These are shadows. Let's see. They are undead. They have dark vision. And they have a lot of the resistances, immunities, and vulnerabilities like undead. But you do not know anything more substantial than that.
He's also going to target Shadow 4 with the Silvered Sword and do Booming Blade.
Your silvered strike misses.
All right. Pulls out the other short sword, offhand attack.
That is a hit. Dual short swords now in hand. Ernest strikes out with one, which the shadow dodges to the side, but Ernest was ready for it and stabs out with his offhand, dealing a total of 11 points of damage.
And he doesn't want to move, so he's going to end his turn.
All right, Rufus, you're up.
I'm gonna... Like, I can still target Shadow 3, right? Can I see Shadow 2?
You can see Shadow 2, yes.
Okay, but I'm close to Shadow 3. I'm just gonna kind of slash out with my dagger. Yes. Perfect.
That is a fumble.
Right. I defer to the fumble gods and my turn is over.
All right. Rubicon, you're up.
I have a question. If I cast, I guess range spell, if I cast Guiding Bolt at the shadow in front of me, is that at a disadvantage?
Yes. Whenever you have any enemy around you, any ranged attack is disadvantage. It's not just the ones that are right next to you.
I see.
Yep.
All right then.
So other spells, like one that makes a save, are not at disadvantage, though.
Yep.
Good to know. Well, if I use my inspiration, will that cancel out the disadvantage?
Yes.
Alright, let's do that.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm
So,
going to...
I'm gonna move you just so that, or I'm gonna move the shadows just so that it doesn't automatically proc. There you
And
go.
then I want to cast Guiding Bolt, but I want to twin it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna target the one that's in front of me, obviously. And then the one that is next to Dahlgrim and Rufus.
Okay. I have them targeted.
Oh, sorry, no, I meant the one that you moved.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because he's right in front of me, right? So
Yep.
he's the threat. Okay, here goes.
The one next to Dahlgrim is hit, however, the one in front of you must have been anticipating it. Go ahead and roll damage. $14 points of radiant damage, dispersing the shadow. You have slain it.
Nice.
Great. I am going to move. Can I move through the statue?
Not the statue space, no.
Or, but I can move through teammates, right?
Yep, you can move through allies, yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna move to there, and I know that's gonna provoke a attack.
Okay. Shadow 1 reaches out a wispy hand to you, Rubicon. As you are moving by, the twitch disadvantage causes a fumble. Otherwise, that would have hit.
Well, alright. And...
Say thank you, Squeege.
And I think I'm... good. Well... yeah, I'm good.
Alright, so along with that, Sastrani, you have been given a twitch advantage.
Thank you, Squeech.
And okay, so I have one disadvantage left. Shadow 1 is going to move up next to Dahlgrim and reach out a hand,
Sorry, buddy.
What I'm here
which
for.
is a miss, using the last disadvantage. All right. Shadow 4 is going to respond to Ernest's attack, using Strength Drain on Ernest, who dodges out of the way deftly, taking us back to the top of the round with Dahlgrim Darkstar.
All right. So I'm going to attack Shadow 1, and I would like to use Booming Blade this time. So that's just, it doesn't come into play unless I hit him, right? And then it's...
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Yep.
just a regular attack. Okay, I think I targeted him.
That is a hit with a 22. Roll damage. 8 points of slashing magical damage, once again cutting into the shadow, crying out in pain.
Awesome. And now, do I hit the Booming Blade button?
No. So,
Okay. Oh, 'cause that
Booming
removes-
Blade's one of
right,
those
right.
ones that's kind of weird. So that damage does not go unless the shadow moves before your next turn. It's only
Gotcha.
once you get to higher levels that the cantrip actually like kind of gets better.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
That'll do it.
So Shani, what are you doing?
Right, so, side note, I have never seen more typing under my character's name in the combat tracker than now.
It's all them
She is going-
effects.
Yes, she is once again going to bite Shadow 4.
That is a hit.
Good damage.
Shadow 4 succeeds on its strength saving throw, but nevertheless takes 14 points of piercing damage. Not quite as effective as you would think.
All right, and then just releases after her bite, lots of growling and all this, and then looks at her brother and howls. That's her turn.
Okay. Thus takes us to Shadow 2, who is going to once again attack the large wolf right in front of it, scoring a hit on a 17.
Like the cutting words, please. Or
Okay.
sorry, not cutting words. Silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs.
Like, when did you become a bard?
Yeah.
Sorry, wrong interrupt.
Freddy?
All right. It will re-roll. Still hitting.
Damn.
Dealing 12 points of necrotic damage as Soshani's strength is once again reduced by 1, but please make me a stress check.
Don't know why that one was at advantage. I didn't have advantage clicked.
Wisdom.
Yeah, your wisdom.
Oh, duh. Yeah,
Because you're special.
Yep.
All right. You succeed, and that takes us back to Ernest Sputer.
Alright.
Quick housekeeping question while I'm thinking of it. My strength is being reduced as a wolf. Will that carry over to Soshani?
It will carry over, yes.
Okay, I thought so. I just wanted to... Uh-oh.
Targeting Shadow 4 again with the silver short sword. Oh,
That's a hit with a 15.
but my advantage didn't go for some reason.
Advantage for...
The silvery barbs.
Oh! It's because it's coded incorrectly. Go ahead, roll again.
Raj.
I put ATT instead of ATK.
Nice. Yep.
There we
that's
go.
great.
Alright, so it is not a critical, but still a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wait, the 20 is not a... But
Wait a minute.
Is 20 not a critical?
Oh my god, I thought it was a fumble for some reason. Yeah, that is a critical hit. So go ahead and roll damage, and it should automatically apply.
Alright.
My bad.
Nice.
Fistful of sixes.
29 points of damage as the shadow disperses into a spectral whale disappearing into the nether.
Banding. Ernest will take a quick shift over. Target Shadow 1 with his bonus action, offhand.
And he has cover due to the beam.
Fair enough. Alright, well, seeing the beams in his way, can Ernest move a little more?
Yep.
There we go.
That's a hit.
What on earth?
4 points of piercing damage. Not dealing as much as you would hope. Rufus, you're up.
And so, as far as I know, only the wolf has taken damage at this point.
Yes.
Like, I don't think Dalgrim and Rooters have. So I'm just gonna move up to Shadow 2. And dagger.
Nice.
That is a hit with a 24.
I can get sneak attack with that.
Yes. Six points of damage. Not quite as substantial as you would hope.
And that's good for me.
All right. Rubicon, you're up.
Alright, same thing. I want to target both shadows and twin another guiding bolt. I don't know, is like... Well, let me target two.
You can target both at the same time,
Yep.
yes.
There you go.
I don't know. It doesn't look like
You
it's-
had it.
Yeah, you
There
got
you
it
go.
now.
You
Yep.
got it.
You got it.
Okay, cool.
You can check two different ways. If you hover your mouse over your character, you'll see arrows pointing to your targets, or if you look in the combat tracker, it'll be at the very top of your effects, what targets you have selected.
Oh, sweet. Okay, I didn't know that about the target combat tracker. That's good.
Yep.
Thank you. Alright, here we go.
Oh man.
The one by Rufus dodges, but the one by Dalgrim is hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Can I add my favored by the gods to the one that missed?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a 2d4.
Do I just double click the ability?
No, just roll a... hover over the D4,
Uh-huh.
right click, and then it'll get that little radial menu, and then you pick the 2x and then drop that in the chat box. So 13 to hit is good.
So how do you want me to do damage? Just roll it twice.
Nope. So you have both of them targeted, and then just click the damage button, and it'll apply to both.
Okay.
Damn.
Nice.
Rubicon, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, just realizing that these shadows are kicking the crap out of Soshani, and I don't like how close the other one is. I again like focus my divine power, reach out both hands, and Shazam.
All right. This display of insane force from Rubicon, multiple spells being whipped back and forth through this battle, laying down the shadows low. 2 casts at once disperse the rest of the shadows in shining, brilliant, radiant light. Their ethereal screams drifting off into nothing. Until you are once again met with the still silence, the dungeons, and the Lord statue in front of you. Congratulations. You've defeated the shadows that have ambushed you here. Nothing is left save for the skeletons along the walls and the statue, along with the crystal orb, which I'm assuming Dahlgrim would like to have.
Yeah, Dahlgrim coughs slightly awkwardly and dusts his hands off.
Well, we just can't seem to keep our hands off of these things, can we?
Wolf Shani will, in turn, because she'll give, like, she'll almost knock Rufus out of the air, giving him a couple of licks, and then turns to Rubicon, licks him across the face. He's all covered in slobber, and then Dahlgrim, and then she'll move over, and she'll curl up next to Ernest.
So take the mage hand and start, like, just brushing the nuzzle.
And then she nudges him with her nose, another huge, like, dire wolf lick across his whole face. And then she'll kind of take her teeth and, like, pull at her tail a bit and set it down and look at Rufus. Like, here's some hair for you, buddy.
Yeah, well, I'll take that hair.
It's gonna make a fur coat for himself.
I'm gonna just jam it in,
You feel
inside the
well,
overalls of my pants.
Feel fine.
High crystal ain't affecting you none?
Doesn't seem to be.
Well, good. I'm glad everyone's okay.
Do we think that does Rufus think that the shadows seem to come from the skeletons?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rufus is gonna go around to just swearing to himself, these fucking skeletons everywhere, and I'm just gonna start kicking apart all the skeletons, trying to just basically get out some anger by destroying all the basically remnant skeleton pieces.
Right.
Is
Yep.
the cloak on the statue like a real cloak or just like part of the statue?
Part of the statue.
Okay.
Wolf Shani will see Rufus throwing the skeletons apart, and she'll actually find a halfway decent-sized bone and just start gnawing on it.
Right. The bones break apart pretty easily from the length of time.
Hide these motherfucking skeletons in this motherfucking dungeon.
And Ernest checked to see if there's any hidden passages or whatever behind the statue. He hasn't checked this part of the thing yet.
Go ahead and make me an investigation and check in the tower.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find any.
All right.
Excuse me.
Walls are pretty solid here. See the mimic door.
Yeah.
Just the door frame, no more mimic.
As the bone falls apart, as Soshani's chewing on it, she lets out this giant wolf sneeze. Snot just flies. Whoever's in that direction just gets a little bit of wolf snot on you. Sorry, Rubicon.
I collect some of the snot.
Sample.
He's fascinated.
Out of character, I was wondering if you were going to.
It's sort of wadding up the hair with the snot into sort of a rudimentary shape of some kind.
Dahlgren leaves the room.
All right.
Yeah, so Shana's just waiting here until she knows she has to squeeze.
Okay. So
She gets an hour, so she's going to stay in it.
Yep, I think it's a good time to take a bio break. So at this point, let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. Let's be back here in around that time. I'll leave the vote that you all can join in once. All right, we are back.
You.
Hello, hello, hello.
Howdy.
Hola.
Hopefully everybody is refilled and refreshed and ready to go. But let's get right back into it. So, we just left off after finding a cool crystal ball that was being held by a statue of this dark lord in an odd chamber. As Dahlgrim had reached out to it, touched it, some shadows coming from the skeletons manacled along the walls attacked. They were defeated, and now we are once again exploring the dungeons. So, Ernest, Dahlgrim, and Rufus are in the room that Cult Leader's Den, as Soshani is with Rubicon. Soshani's still in Wolf.
She's kind of playfully like wagging her tail and batting at Rubicon with it.
So my screen went black when I left the this level to go to the other level, but I don't think there's any open area we haven't explored yet, right?
On this level, no.
Right.
Oh, really?
I thought there was a little spot up across from the trap.
Well,
Yeah,
I should say you did not look through all of the crypts, and then where you had the trap, there's stairs leading down to the west. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think stairs down are our next spot to go, right?
I'm told.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm happy to lead with my dark vision, or you can keep sneaking about. Ernest?
Well, but if you want to take it first this time, you may. I'm not trying to hog the limelight, you know.
And
I appreciate your caution.
Wolf Shani is going to take up the rear. She's going to squeeze, but the game won't let me squeeze. So would you be willing to move her just following up the rear, or move her to the next open area when we get there?
Yeah.
Change your size of your token, can't you?
Apparently, yes, you can.
That's Milan, too.
Yeah, but I don't know if he wants me to change my token size.
Well, just for squeezing.
I guess, yeah.
Just for the
baby
purposes
wolf.
of moving around.
That makes sense. And think about that.
Baby Wolf Soshani.
All right, Dahlgrim. As you are descending this stairway down, the chanting starts getting louder. You think if you were to follow the stairs even further, you'd probably start being able to make out what they're saying.
I whisper back to the group. I think there are cultists up ahead. Ernest,
Wolf
do you
Shani
think
growls.
you could get a stealthy look?
I might be able to. There are no promises.
Here. Let's make it easier on you. Should we take like a quick breather or something for Soshani?
No.
So says the sorcerer that just spent a bunch of meta magic.
You know, for somebody else.
For somebody else, for sure.
It's not gonna do me anything.
She shakes her gigantic wolf head.
Yeah. Ernest says, "Oh no, she'll be fine once she reverts back. It only lasts for so long."
Elgrim arches an eyebrow at Rubicon. Do you need a breather?
Breathers don't do me much good.
Onward then.
Hey, Nomad, just another housekeeping thing. I just was checking. I don't have a fairy fire part of my Fey magic listed on my sheet.
Okay.
These maps are making me so mad.
Did we lose Ernest?
Oh.
No. He's right here.
I'll be here.
Should I follow you down the stairs, Ernest?
No, not yet.
Whoa.
I think
That's
Rufus may have
I say Rufus has already
charged
sent
ahead.
it.
All right, fine. I'll stay right here at the base of the stairs.
As there's
Sorry, I
a hold
forgot
up
to
at the
mute.
stairs, Wolf Shiny and starts kind of nudging Rubicon with her nose.
I can't go any further yet.
All right.
Oh,
Easy, girl.
Ernest, you go down the steps into another open chamber, still spaced out with the wooden beams like before, but into the sides are carved alcoves. And to your direct left, you see an object.
All right.
A
Right there?
dagger. Yep, right there. A dagger with a rat's skull set into the pommel. It is also noticed here, the chanting has become a lot louder. It kind of fills the space all around you. But you can tell it is coming from this direction.
All right.
They are repeating, "He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land." A dozen or so voices repeating over and over and over.
Dozen is a lot. I don't think we could fight a dozen cultists. All right. So he's not touching that dagger, but he will make note of it as he's going to take another step into the room. Continue to stealth and continue to check for traps.
All right.
Does he see an object in this alcove?
Yes. You see a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws on a loop of rope.
Only mildly horrified. Ernest goes to the next one.
A knife carved from a human bone. An 8-inch diameter varnished orb made from a Nothic's eye.
Now, Ernest, seeing the size of this room, he will have the hand appear in front of Dahlgrim, back on the stairs, and beckon him. Because he knows Rufus can't see.
All right, I head down the stairs.
Right?
And he pushes Rufus forward.
Hey, easy there, Dwarf.
The dwarf comes down, holding out the long sword in front of him, bathing the area in its light.
So Shawnee would push past Rubicon, run down as fast as her squeezing can go.
All right.
I don't think squeezing limits your speed, does it?
It's difficult terrain.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean,
yep,
technically, yeah.
Yep. It does.
All right. So now, as the room is illuminated, you see more of the items in all of the alcoves. A grim trophy chamber. There's an aspergillum carved from bone. Don't ask me what that is, because I don't know.
Yeah, Googling.
Yeah, say Googling now.
Do the Googler.
Aspergillum.
Like a mace?
It's what you sprinkle your holy water with during like mass. It's like it's got like the little like cup at the end where it like just with the little holes in it.
Oh, okay.
The power of Christ
Got it.
compels you.
Yeah, with a little ball, whatever you want to call it. Different types.
There's a folded cloak made from stitched skin. A desiccated frog lashed to a stick. Looks kind of like a wand. There is a bag full of something. A hag's severed finger. A 6-inch tall wooden figurine of a mummy, arms crossed over its chest. There's an iron pendant adorned with a devil's face. The shrunken, shriveled head of some humanoid. And a small wooden coffer containing a direwolf's withered tongue.
These have got to be worth something to someone, right? Dahlgrim says, looking around the room.
Oh, we know
Yeah,
what
they haven't
happens when
played
you
about
touch objects around here. I wouldn't do that again.
Fair point. We could wait.
I pat Soshani in the neck and say, it's gonna be okay. Let's just stay together.
You are rewarded with a giant slobbery lick across the face.
Maybe less slobber.
Is this the cave-in nomad right here?
Okay, so along with that, there are 2 exits. One to the north and one to the south. The one to the north seems to lead off and curve around to the north. And the one to the south has a slight decline, which goes into what looks like water. There is a portcullis. So the tunnel to the south is blocked by a rusty iron portcullis that can be forcibly lifted, possibly. Or you do not see a winch mechanism or anything. And the floor around the portcullis is submerged under about 2 feet of murky water.
Well, knowing this place, Ernest is going to start investigating the walls again and the floor, seeing if there's any more hidden bullshit around here.
All right, investigation check in the tower, please.
Well, Shani's passive perception is 13. I don't know if that gives her enough to like notice anything as a wolf. It's not that high.
That would be 18 because you have the advantage to wisdom.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like a... Well...
So
All right.
if she, as a wolf, notices anything, feel free to send me something on the side and I'll wolf RP it.
Which of those cloaks look warmer? The one stitched with human flesh, or the one Rufus is currently wearing?
Warmer?
I don't expect you to know that answer.
Yeah,
But...
warmer, probably the stitched flesh.
All right. Rufus is gonna put on the stitched as like, this one looks a little bit better to me. I'm gonna put that.
No. Ernest, once he sees Rufus reach for any of the objects along the wall, will use his mage hand to bat his hand away.
His fucking hand again, always. Fine, fine.
You see the spectral hand just like swap and go, no.
Yeah. He swats and then like shakes his finger back and forth, wags it. Yeah, like
Rufus
turn it back up.
puts up like the
He's
fighting
going,
Irish pause and starts to like he's like literally trying to like box the hand at this point. But no, he does not then put the flesh cloak on.
You're lucky Wolf Shani isn't a type of cat. Yeah.
You don't have to squeeze him. Keeping you that size for convenience.
Well, there are still all the wooden beams.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, no, she's still squeezing.
All right.
So, Ernest,
tell me how to
where are
lick my
those
legs.
voices coming from? Like, how far away are they? Like, how many people are we talking about? Are they kids over there?
They seem to be coming from beyond the portcullis.
And so we can all hear the chanting right now.
Yes.
Ernest whispered, well, guys, should I check out this, northern way first?
I'd say so.
And say, water doesn't seem like something we should be messing with unless we absolutely have to.
You hear Wolf Shani let out a huff of impatience.
Dahlgrim, or you see Ernest like wave Dahlgrim back, like your light is completely defeating the purpose of this.
Dahlgrim sheathes the blade,
Okay.
swaps for Warhammer. I'll do that.
So I assume nothing else is picked up by Soshani on her high passive perception?
Nope.
Okay.
All right, Ernest. You step into what appears to be some sort of prison. There are manacles on the walls in what look like small cells.
They look like little wall robot hands.
Yeah.
with the cup hands.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I mean, it's absolutely horrifying. Gonna take a look, make sure there's nothing there. More step.
Oh, you're still not finding any traps or anything?
Right?
There's a skeleton in these cells.
Ernest would like to investigate without touching.
Usually a bad sign.
Okay. Hanging on the back wall of this cell is a humanoid skeleton clad in a tattered black robe. As you stand for a moment, investigating, looking it up and down, trying to make a decision, you do see that it has a gold ring on one of its bony fingers. Other than that, nothing.
Right.
Does it have bloodstones in it?
Let's say Mage Hand pick it up, and
Okay.
then Dahlgrim will see around the corner a spectral palm holding out a ring for him.
Yoink.
All right. Dahlgrim grabs the gold ring, and everything turns black. I'm just kidding.
What?
Again.
All right. Ernest, as you are taking precautions to kind of check the walls, palm on them, checking for cracks and crevices and different stuff like that, you do notice one. On the southern
Ernest is immediately
face,
excited.
on the southern face of this wall, you see a secret doorway that may be pulled open to the following chamber.
Okay. Ernest would like to, before he touches it, check it for traps.
You're very confident there are no traps.
All right, then Ernest would like to attempt to open it.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
It opens into a 40-foot square room, which seems to be the chamber to the south. Bigger room. There are smooth masonry walls that provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars support the ceiling before you, and murky water covers most of the floor beyond that which you see. As soon as you step within, the chanting stops. In the darkness, beyond what you can see with your blind sight, looks like there might be a dais of sorts rising up from the center.
This line that's right in front of me along here, that's like the lip of the water, right?
That is the ledge that you are standing up upon.
Okay.
The water is 2 feet deep, and this ledge is about 5 feet high. So the water is 3 feet below you. The ceiling is about 16 feet high.
How's it
Ernest?
going up there, Ernest?
You see it, the shush finger comes up again in front of you. So Ernest is going to back out and close the door. It's a big room. Doesn't want to do that quite alone just yet. And then we'll motion for Dahlgren to follow.
All right. If it'll let me. There we go.
So then, Ernest is gonna point like to as you're walking left, and you see the mage hand will then point out the crack in the door, right there, for you.
Nods. Yep.
Yeah.
I am unable to move Soshani again, but she would squeeze after Rufus. I did close and reopen my map. I don't know why it's.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Well, guys, I don't see anything over here. All we got. As soon as I opened up that door and peeked my head in, that chanting stopped. So that place must be enchanted somehow. I don't know if I like the feeling of this, but here we go.
Dahlgren approaches the door and would like to just peek through and see if he can see a little bit more with his dark vision.
All right, Dahlgren. Smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics in this featureless chamber, with featureless stone pillars supporting the ceiling about 16 feet up, 11 feet above the ledge that you are on, below which is murky water. A breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Stairs lead up from the water to dry stone ledges hugging the walls, and in the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above what looks to be a stone altar mounted upon the dais. It is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and looks to be stained with dry blood. half embedded in the east wall appears to be a wooden wheel connected to something within, possibly for the portcullis.
All right. Dog,
I like that sword. It provides a little bit more light in here.
there'll be time for that yet, Rufus.
Oh, Jesus.
Looks like we've come across some sort of sacrifice chamber.
Yeah.
Can you see any way out of this room?
Possibly just the portcullis we saw from the other room, and there's some exit through a cave.
Exit through a cave over where?
There's a cave on the opposite wall. Dahlgrim then steps lightly into the room and nods for everyone else to follow.
So Shawnee would follow immediately after him, but Nicole can't move the token. Oh, let me move it.
You have the power.
Rubicon's gonna keep his space from Soshani for whenever she becomes bigger.
Well, so she's the same size, she's just squeezing. So, yeah, I
Hold
guess.
on, guys.
Don't wanna get
The little girl's saying there's something absolutely horrible in here. Oh my goodness. Watch your steps.
At this point, I'm going to take out the Moonblade again.
Okay.
Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Perhaps this is the evil we gotta beat.
I'm just gonna make Soshani bigger because she's not squeezing anymore because it's open area, right?
Right.
I'm gonna fly across the water. No, wait, no, I'm not. I can't see shit, I don't think, still.
No, you
there's
can.
There's light coming from my blade now.
Oh, you did? Oh, sorry, okay, I see that. Okay, so yeah,
I just
Yep.
took back out. Yep.
I won't step on the water at all. I'm gonna fly over onto the dais.
Okay. The chanting rises once more as 13 dark apparitions appear on the ledges overlooking the room. Each one resembles a black-robed figure holding a torch, but the torch's fire is black and seems to draw light into it. Where you'd expect to see faces are voids. One must die, they chant over and over. One must die. One must die. You see the light cast from your longsword seems to be fighting with the black torches held by the apparitions. They do not move aggressively, however.
So, would we be standing right next to some of the apparitions, like on this ledge?
Yeah. And they're just like,
Okay.
they're kind of like the shadows that you just encountered, but there's a little bit different. And they all you can't see their faces or really any features, but they all appear to be facing the center of the room.
So Shawnee will try and bite at one of them.
Yeah.
Your maw kind of passes through them without doing anything. The shadow kind of wisps away a little bit as it slowly reforms.
A silvered short sword.
Same thing.
Anybody else notice that there are the same number of cultists as there are relics in the other room?
Oh, that's clever.
There might be something to that.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
So Shawnee would turn and attempt to just knock over, headbutt one of the relics in the room.
That's in the other room, though.
Yeah.
That's over here.
Oh,
Well,
right, you're right.
one must die. I wonder, are they expecting us to sacrifice one of ourselves? Well, they can go pound sand.
I'm not even sure they know we're here.
Well, the chanting stopped as soon as I walked in the room, and the chanting started again as soon as Rufus stepped on that dais.
I fly up off the dais back to the ledge.
Okay.
There we go.
Nomad, you said there was like a gear or something for the portcullis?
Right there.
Oh, okay, thank you.
On the other side.
Gotcha.
Does the chanting continue after I fly off the dais?
So as you leave the dais, you hear all of the cultists in unison start chanting something different. Lorghoth the Decayer, we awaken thee. And I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Oh boy.
If anyone can see it, so Shiny's hackles are severely raised.
Before we start, could I make a quick check on that name? See if Ernest has read anything about that?
What would that possibly be? Make a history check.
History. All right.
Oh, Sirenscapes.
Okay, I thought that was just on my side, so I was
No.
going to say something.
Something.
You got Angie.
There we go. Lorghoth the Decayer does not ring any bell. So now, as you look about the room, all of these shadow cultists slowly disperse one by one, and you hear a terrible squelching sound coming from the western end of the chamber. The pile of refuse, unimaginable filth, begins to move.
Gross.
And you see a grotesque mass of meat rise from the filth. And we begin with Ernest Sputer.
Oh. Sorry, I accidentally opened that. Did not mean to. All right. First of all, what is that thing? Can I make a check?
Make me a religion check. You know that this is an undead shambling mound. You know that it has blind sight for 60 feet, and it is blind beyond that radius, but that is all you know. Besides it being undead.
Okay. Would Ernest have a general sense of if we're able to fight this thing, or is it something we should just be running from?
Make a martial check.
I would like to
Gladly.
make that check as well, if that's possible.
Yep, go ahead. Ernest, you're not entirely sure, but it seems powerful. Dahlgrim, you think this is going to be very tough.
I call out to the group. This isn't going to be an easy fight.
Any fights are easy.
So how are you doing potion interactions again?
Item interaction.
Item interaction?
When
Okay.
when you drink it yourself, it's an item interaction. If you apply it to someone else, it takes your action.
So what if one I want to throw, one I want to drink?
Drink, item interaction, throw, action.
All right, let's do that then. So I'm going to down the potion of heroism. Can't give myself temp HP.
All right. So 10 temporary hit points, and then you also have a D4 to add to attacks and saving throws.
Oh, you got that? Okay, thank you. I was just gonna put the bless spell on me, but that works. And then so that is consumed. Delete that right away. And then he's gonna take out the alchemist fire and throw it.
All right.
Onto the shambling mountain. But I need to do it 20 feet away, so I need to throw it from there. So Ernest will move right here.
All right. The water is difficult terrain, so that will take all of your movement.
Okay. I toss it, so that is a non-proficient. That's just a dex check. Yikes. I'd like to use my advantage on that, please. Inspiration.
Okay.
Hey.
That
Nice.
hits. So, right away as this grotesque creature begins emerging from the meat and the mass of filth, Ernest downs a potion, and while he's pushing forward in the water, throws the flask that he had found previously. It shatters on top of the mound, who cries out, giving an ugly scream of pain, and is doused in flames. So, on a hit, the target takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. A creature can end this damage by using its action to make a dexterity check to extinguish the flames. Okay.
I thought it was on hit. It was just the start of its turn.
Yep.
Never mind. Alright, then cunning action. For my bonus action, I will dash back here.
You use your action to throw the alchemist fire.
Bonus action.
Oh yeah, bonus action. Yep. Okay. My bad.
Yep, that's it.
Rogues doing rogue stuff. All right, Rufus, you're up.
So how tall are the ceilings there?
From where you are, they are 11 feet up, but it's 16 feet above the floor.
Gotcha. Okay.
So 11 feet up from the ledge.
I'm just fucking tired of all this darkness. This thing is freaking me out. So almost like with his like head covered, one of his hands, his shield up, he just like he extends his kind of right arm with his dagger in it, and kind of this spell comes out of his hand in this kind of weird Irish swearing thing. I don't know. And cast fairy fire.
Okay. So, very cool thing here. If you notice on your character sheet, there is a token for Fairy Fire next to the shield. Drag and drop the token onto the map and then position it where you want it to be. And then once you have that where you want it to be, you can target everything within.
So on my actions tab, next to the little guy token.
Nope, next to the shield on the right side, there's that spell token. It's kind of faint. You see that?
I don't know if I see it. So I see Fairy Fire under Fairy Magic. I see a token right next to the text. And then there's a little human guy token.
Here, I'll drag it on. Can you move that?
Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Let's see.
Okay. So go ahead and position that wherever you want it to be.
Over the creature. It's kind of lagging a little bit.
Okay.
So just centered over that area.
Will do.
Yeah.
All right, so now if you look at your character sheet, you should have a targeting reticle. Do you have that? I wonder. So this is gonna really frustrate me, but I'm wondering if I'm only seeing it because I have the extension, but you guys don't.
You see the box?
It's all right.
We
I
saw,
saw.
yeah, we saw the effect.
Yeah.
I saw
Okay.
the effect.
Now it's
Well-
gone though.
Yep. So that's because it targeted the shambling mound. So now the shambling mound is targeted. Just forget all that. I think there's something wrong with the extension. It's not like showing on your guys' end or something. I'm not sure.
And so I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm going to fly in the air, kind of this back corner. No,
Doesn't
so wait.
Doesn't it have to make a save versus Fairy Fire?
He did the save before targeting it, but there it is.
Okay.
I just want to go to the dais. There we go, and then
Okay.
so I can still see this thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's gonna be my action.
All right. So the shambling mound saves against the fairy fire.
Damn.
Bummer.
Fairy Fire is good.
Oops. All right. Anything else? No. Taking us to Rubicon.
All right, I'd like to pull out that scroll of bless.
Okay.
And cast that. So if I was to do that,
Okay. So I can get that for you.
perfect. Thank you.
Right, so the scroll is used up as part of the cast, and since you are of a proficient enough level, who do you want to cast it on?
Let's hit Dahlgrim, Soshani, and Rufus.
Dalgrim, Sashani, and Rufus. Okay.
And then, do I need to do anything else?
Nope.
Nope, you've got it. Okay. That's my action, and I think I'm gonna just back it up a little bit, and I'll move to here.
Oh, all the way back. Okay.
And I think that's gonna be good for me.
So Dalgrim, Sashani, and Rufus, you said?
Dahlgrim, Soshani, and Rufus. Yeah.
Okay. All right. The mound. What?
I was gonna say he should have an effect that he can put on people.
I didn't have it on the scroll.
Right.
I have the effect put on.
Yep.
It's in the combat tracker. All right. The shambling mound is going to start moving forward. Has to maneuver around a little bit. But it goes right to Soshani. Moving easily in the water, you notice. It is going to make... Let's see. It's going to make a slam attack against her. Scoring a hit on a 24.
Like 2 silvery barbs that.
Okay. That causes a miss.
Excellent.
That takes Ernest's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have to take away that damage. 19.
Sorry about that. I said it as soon as it came through that it hit.
Yep.
I'm so sorry. Does someone have their radio on in the background?
Yeah, I can hear that too.
Like, I'm just so ADD right now that I just am like, I heard her say it's so pretty.
Yeah, I think it's Rufus.
All right. It will make another slam attack against Soshani with multi-attack, which misses. after taking 1 point of fire damage on its turn. Taking us to Dahlgrim Darkstar.
Alright. I would like to enlarge and become 8'10" and 1,400 pounds.
Donkey boy.
Careful, Wolf Shani might get excited.
Do I just hit this wild shape button?
Yep.
Nice.
Dahlgrim grows in size before your very eyes, turning into a large creature.
And now I would like to use my action surge to attack with booming blade.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
So I think I get an extra 1d4 on my attack. I guess that's
Yes.
damage though.
Yep, that's automatically applied.
Okay, so I will just attack with my sword.
Nice.
All right, a 24 hits. "12 points of slashing damage, biting into the creature. It gives a sickly slurping sound.
Awesome. And then that is going to end my turn.
All right. Soshani, what do you got?
Alright, well, Soshani is going to do as Soshani do, and I'm going to make sure I have it targeted first. Shambling Mound, and she is going to do her bite attack.
Advantage with pack tactics scores you the hit with a 19. The creature takes 12 points of piercing damage, and it manages to withstand against the prone effect. It's saved.
Alright, and that is going to be her turn. She only gets one attack.
All right, Ernest Sputer, you received initiative.
Ernest is moving up. Targeting the Shambling Mound with a booming blade attack with the silvered short sword. I'm glad I got advantage.
You hit on a 15.
Oh, really good rolls. Nice.
20 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, so he's going to use his cunning action, bonus action to disengage and move here.
Okay.
And his turn.
All right, Rufus, you're up.
Can I equip and fire off the crossbow? Considering I had my shield and dagger, that'd probably take a full action to undon the shield. Is that correct? And get the crossbow.
So,
Or can I quickly stash the dagger and get the crossbow out?
yeah, so equipping and unequipping a shield is an action. Same with weapons. Stowing is an action and everything. So if you have the shield out, you could keep. Is a light cross? Oh no, you're small. Okay. Yeah, you would have to do a bunch of stuff to.
That's what I thought.
Make
I'm just
that
gonna
work.
kinda
Could he just
Fly
drop
up.
the shield? Would that
fly
work?
up to- I'm not gonna drop the shield.
Alright.
And I'm gonna attack with the dagger.
Okay. You hit with a 24. You may apply sneak attack to this.
There you go.
Nice.
10 points of piercing damage as your blade sinks into the flesh of this creature.
An action to disengage and fly away about whatever out of reach as much as I can. There you go.
Anything else?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right, Rubicon. What do you got?
Targeting this thing and hitting it with Scorching Ray.
Ooh, okay.
Which would be all 3 bolts. So
Yep.
I don't know. If I
Yep.
roll this 3 times or.
Roll the attack 3 times.
Okay, so 1.
Roll it 1 by 1, attack and then damage, just in case you get a critical hit. Okay, the first one hits.
Damage.
Oh,
3 points of fire. Second attack.
Attack number 2.
A.
Another hit. Roll damage.
Better.
That's better.
Nice.
8
Better.
points. Third attack.
Oh,
That is a fumble miss. No fumble effect.
Sweet. And that will end my turn.
All right, a total of 11 points of fire damage as Rubicon casts 3 scorching rays 1 by 1, bursting into the creature, who is on fire, taking a single point of fire damage from the alchemist's fire.
it's
And
something.
the shambling mound is going to move right here. So Dahlgrim, you may take an attack of opportunity.
It also takes my booming blade.
Yeah,
That
I
is
could
true.
do Booming Blade as well.
Yep. So go ahead and get those damages on him.
Do I automatically get the attack of opportunity, or do I need to roll hit?
You need to roll the hit.
Okay.
Yep. Hold. Oh,
Oh, sorry. Was
that's
that
fine.
not-
No, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, 14 misses. Did you get your booming blade on him, Dahlgrim?
I did not. What do I do? I
Okay.
just hit the.
So, yep, just hit that blood icon for the booming blade.
Oh,
All right.
Not your blade's
I'll take-
damage.
Yeah, the booming blade.
Do I get the
I'll-
P4?
No, you don't get the
Assume-
P4 because it's not from the weapon. I got it, guys. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. All right. So the shambling mound is now moving up the steps, and it is going to. It's gonna try to grapple Rufus.
Bring it.
Rufus manages to get away from the mound. It cannot grapple it.
Slippery little sucker.
Taking us to Dahlgrim.
All right. I think I'm just gonna move forward and hit him.
All right. That's a hit.
Good roll. Also good roll.
Yeah. I didn't say it beforehand, but I did mean to do that as Booming Blade, but however you want to rule that.
I would say just because you didn't say it beforehand, that would not stand.
That's fair. Okay.
All right, so Shani, you're up.
Alright. So again, Wolf Shani is going to bite attack this big old nasty thing.
Nice.
You hit.
Good rolls.
12 points of piercing damage. And it also failed its saving throw.
Ooh.
It's the first time this whole session. Everything's been saving.
Yeah.
What?
Spicy.
It does get knocked prone.
Alright, so she kind of gently bats Ernest on the back with her tail. Oh.
All right,
turn.
Ernest, you're up.
Ernest says, "Look at that! Well done, sis!" And he's gonna run up and try to, I mean, not coup de grace, but hit this thing. Booming blade attack with this silvered short sword.
Okay. That's a hit.
Oh, another good roll.
Nice.
Nice.
18 points of piercing damage.
All right. Bonus action, disengage, and he's gonna shift back again.
Okay.
And yeah, end his turn.
All right, Rufus, you're up.
Thanks so mad. Don't try to get your weird little tentacles all over me. I'm gonna just attack with a dagger. Not great.
All right.
Um,
Ernest is given a disadvantage by Twitch.
Whoa.
Was that speech?
I'm assuming that's a miss, right?
From Raven.
I've been doing too good, huh? Need to be nerfed. I see how it is.
Just wants to watch us bleed a little.
Yeah.
I'm gonna disengage and fly over to this side here.
Okay.
If it'll let me, there you go. And that's my turn.
Okay, Rubicon, you're up.
This thing is prone, correct?
Correct.
I'm gonna cast Firebolt at it.
Okay.
Why were there 3 dice?
You're targeting yourself.
Oh.
The undead shambling mound is missed.
Alright. And that's it for me.
All right. The shambling mound is going to stand up from prone. And it is going to squelch forward after Freddy. So Booming Blade goes off. Sees a nice little medium-sized creature it wants to eat. 5 points of thunder damage. And it is going to make 2 slam attacks against Freddy. First one hits.
You mean Ernest?
Sorry,
I'm gonna-
Ernest. Ernest.
Who's
What was I man,
man.
it's
I'm
the
gonna cast
association with the voice in my head.
Yeah, no, that's a
Every
character I've been playing for a very long time.
Especially Raven just popped in and everything. I get it.
That's
18,
a lot of damage. Ow.
I'm
18
gonna cast
points of
Every Bird,
bludgeoning. Okay, so it will re-roll that. That is a miss. All right.
Dab in
The
the forehead there.
Rubicon
Oh man.
uses his reaction.
Scratch
No more
floor.
first level slots. Oh, Scorching Ray is a level 2. We missed that one.
Oh right, sorry. That's my bad.
All right.
Ernest
Let's
gives
see.
a quick little short sword salute to Rubicon. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna give advantage
Partially absorbed. Oh, I see.
back to Ernest.
Okay.
And hopefully I didn't mess it up when I clicked Silvery Barbs, because I think I was targeting the monster.
It's like you were targeting nobody.
You weren't. Yeah, you weren't targeted.
That's fine.
Didn't take any damage at that point. He like narrowly escaped that.
Yeah.
The help of
So
the guidance.
whenever you
Silver
make whenever you have something targeted, and you make an attack or whatever, and it misses, it automatically untargets.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so first attack misses. I have Ernest's temporary hit points along with the updated hit points reducing that damage. It is going to make its second slam attack against him, however. And it rolls a fumble.
Nice.
Yes.
Dahlgrim, you are up.
All right. I'm going to move forward and booming blade attack. Yeah.
So big.
She said.
Oh.
Your attack misses.
All right. Well, that's
Shaboom boom.
that then.
So, Shani, what do you got?
All right, Wolf Shani is once again going to attack. I think because of Twitch, I have to take my. So Raven did try and redeem a disadvantage in Twitch. It didn't go through. But do you want me to take it, or does it have to go through?
It has to go through.
Raven. She's gonna attack. She's gonna bite.
That's a hit. "13 points of piercing damage. And it succeeds on its strength saving throw.
That's all for her turn.
Alright, so I have the disadvantage selected from chat, but then I have the advantage on me from silvery barbs. Yep. So then I'm going to target with a silver short sword, the booming blade attack again. Damn.
All right, that is a fumble.
Then effect.
Canceling out. No effect.
Okay.